My name's Sarah. I work here at the Lord's Diner. And basically the Lord's Diner started in 2002. Bishop Gerber was the bishop of Wichita at the time, and he lived across the street, and he would spend his days walking around this area of Broadway and Central, and he would become friends with the homeless people who would hang out down here, and he really enjoyed to cook, so he would invite them into his home and prepare a warm meal for them, and if he didn't have time, he would take them to Spangles, McDonald's, something, so they would have a warm meal, because there was no other ministry that did that. So when he was retiring, he was concerned about what was going to happen to his friends that would spend their days here. He didn't know if they would have a place to get a hot meal every day, and so he went around to different churches, both Catholic and non-Catholic, and he went to city government and said, we need to create a community kitchen that is ran by the community and for the community. So they all thought that was great, and they came together and started the Lord's Diner. And the Lord's Diner serves 365 days a year, no matter what. And we we've expanded since. So we started in 2002 with just this location, and we served about 127 people that night. It was on Ash Wednesday, so we couldn't serve meat, so we served tuna casserole, and we have grown a lot since then. We've now serve 2,000 to 3,000 people each night, and we have 5 locations here in Wichita. We have 1 location in Pittsburg, Kansas as well, because Crawford County is the county that Pittsburg is in, and they have the highest poverty level in the state of Kansas. So we've expanded there. We have 2 brick and mortar locations here in Wichita. One right here at Broadway and Central across from the cathedral, and then our second one is kind of down south. And then we have 3 mobile food trucks that go out into the community and serve meals out of to-go containers. So that's kind of what we do. We have 12 people on staff, but all 12 of us could not do everything. So we have hundreds of volunteers that come in each week. We use 75 or so a day, and so yeah, that's kind of the Lord's Diner. We always serve from 5:30 to 7:30 at our brick and mortar locations. Out on our trucks, those only serve Monday through Friday, and that is from 4 to 6. We have people who come in and help prepare the food from 10 o'clock to noon or so. Okay, so like I said, we serve from 5:30 to 7:30. This is our lobby over here. Our guests come in at 5 o'clock so they can get out of the rain or the snow or the heat, whatever it may be. They can get out of that, and then at 5:30 we open our doors, and the guests will get their glass, their ice, their cup, their tray, their silverware, and then they'll come along this serving line right over here and get their trays. And it's just like cafeteria style. They pick up a plate and put it on their tray, and then they sit anywhere they'd like in this dining room. And we have volunteers who walk around and fill up their drinks. They bust their tables, they clean up after them. We really strive to make these folks that come in feel like they are guests and that they are loved and that they are cared for, because outside of these walls, they are often looked at as a burden to society, and so we want to make sure they feel like they are home when they're here. So they can sit anywhere they'd like. We have this room over here. This is our family room. So our guests that come in with kiddos, they can go straight back to this family room, and we have volunteers who get their trays for them, because sometimes with kids and trays and strollers it can just be kind of hectic. So we have volunteers who will do everything for them. It's also nice that the families can come in and they can sit at a table by themselves and they can have a meal together as a family. If we did not have this room, we wouldn't have space in this dining room because oftentimes it fills up pretty fast. We wouldn't have enough room for a whole family to sit together at a table. So this is really nice to have family dinners. So yeah. So like I said, our guests come in here at 5:30 and they sit wherever they like in the dining room. But we'll head back into the kitchen, so that's where the magic happens. So follow me. So this is called a steam table, and basically we put hot water in here to keep the metal pans warm as we serve. So we have volunteers who are standing right here serving the meal onto the plates. But we keep all the food in here in these warmers. Oh, we don't have anything in there. So these are just warmers. Jan, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
This is our director, Jan.
I hope you're enjoying your virtual tour of Lord's Diner.
So these are just warmers that keep the food hot.
Is she not doing Vanna White?
Not much.
They keep the food hot throughout the day because we do prep in the mornings, but then we don't serve until the evening. So these are the warmers. When we do serve, we take the food out of these and put them into these steam tables to keep it hot because we want them to have a hot meal. We always have a salad, whether it's a fruit salad or a lettuce salad. We always have a soup, a vegetable, a starch, an entree, bread, dessert. So it's a lot of food, and that's really important because it could be the guests that come in here, it could be their only meal for the entire day. So we do our best to make sure it's nutritious and filling in every way possible. This is the dishwashing area. It's not that exciting, but wash your dishes at home. This is the kitchen. So this is where all the prep is done every single day. So we have volunteers who come in and help prep between 10 and noon every day, and they're making food for 2,000 to 3,000 people. So it's a lot of food, and so we have to store that food somewhere. So we have all the storage here, but also we have this giant freezer. Oh. So it's really big, but when you're serving 3,000 people a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, do that math problem, you need a lot of food.
I'm the kitchen manager.
How long have you been here?
18 years.
How long has the diner been open? These are warmers back here, just like the warmers that were in the area up there. And these keep the food warm for the trucks. So we have 3 mobile food trucks. We have 2 of them out here. They're pretty neat. So these are the food trucks. These go out only 5 days a week, so just Monday through Friday, and they serve from 4 to 6. So we'll hop on here and I'll show you what happens. Okay, so it's just like a big food truck, and we have, this is a steam table, just like the steam table that we saw in the kitchen up there. So we keep the food as warm as possible, so our guests can have a hot meal, and then we serve them into those to-go containers, just like you saw in the lobby, and we hand them right out the window. And so a lot of these folks are not necessarily homeless. They can take their food home with them. A lot of them are working poor or underemployed or things like that. So it's not necessarily all homeless, just people who, you know, need some help. Maybe got laid off, maybe are in a tough spot trying to make ends meet. So that's the trucks. And watch your step, Miss Donor.
Thanks.
So nice and big. They can serve lots of food from these trucks. They have the capacity to serve 1,000+ meals out of these. So lots and lots of space. And that's the diner.
Yay!
So on March 13th, Sedgwick County placed a ban on all large gatherings. And so the maximum number of people that could be in one area was 250. And in this dining room, we serve way more than 250. So we knew that on that day, we wouldn't be able to invite our guests into our dining room and have them eat dinner with us. So we had to go to our contingency plan, which was really just a backup plan. So we're doing to-go meals now. And so we're in our lobby here. These tables, we put the food out on these tables in warmers, and then put them into to-go containers, and then we hand them right out the door. So we are limiting the number of volunteers that are in here, just to keep everyone safe and healthy, and we're also not having guests in here to keep them nice and healthy. So that's kind of what we're doing.